Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you're watching this from. Hope you're doing well. First off, I'd like to say thanks very much for clicking this video. This is my first video on this new YouTube channel, which is going to be all about Minecraft. Now, this isn't just your standard Minecraft Java Edition or Bedrock. I'm playing on the Classic Pack, as you can see here, and you might think, what on earth is that? But to put it short, it's basically an engineer's Minecraft, so you can have completely automated farms, factories, machinery, everything like that. You can actually see on this logo here that there's pipe work, things going through it, there's machines here. The reason I got into this is because I'm actually an engineer myself in real life. I started getting into it because I used to watch the Yogscast, the Jaffa Cake Factory. This is very well known. Each episode has millions of views over the past 10 years. So if you've not watched that, I fully suggest watching that as well. That's where my sort of motivation came from. And if I show you here, I've actually got a world already now. This was a cake factory that I made, started at the start of the year. This has came on leaps and bounds. It's pretty massive. I'm sure I've got like 700 Minecraft days played. Robertson Inc. That's my second name if you're wondering. But today we're going to create something new. I do have plans for this, which I'll get into. But first things first, I do need to come up with a name, which I have been thinking about. If you've played Fallout 3, you know exactly where this is coming from. But this is going to be called Super Duper Cart. Again, you'll be thinking, what on earth is this? So in Fallout 3, there's a supermarket called Super Duper Mart. Now, I'm not going to get into that if you're a Fallout 3 veteran like myself, but basically it's a supermarket. Now, I'm going to be making a full-on factory to provide the supermarket and have each aisle as each sort of food section you get. So you'll have your bakery with all your breads and donuts, etc. You'll have your fruit and veg, you'll have your meats, you'll have all your chocolate bars and stuff like that. This can all be made in this classic pack. I know there's Tekkit and Tekkit 2, which has just been released actually not too long ago, and I thought I would just continue with the classic pack purely because that's all my knowledge is in this, and I've learnt a lot from it. So I just thought I would stick with what I know. So as this world is creating, please bear with me. This is a test also. This is the first time I'm recording on my screen and using this mic properly. So if there's anything that can be changed or anything you can give me advice with, please let me know in the comments below. So that's just spawned in. I wonder what sort of world we're going to be spawned into. Just let it render here. I did select bonus chest because, it just gives you that, a little bit more stuff. So wood, bread for food, that's ideal. Pear. Don't think I've ever came across a pear before. So yeah, if you're like myself, you've probably done this like a million times. That does seem quite loud in my headphones, so I will turn the master volume to say 80%. Try that. Again, if there's anything that needs adjusted, please let me know. But as I was saying, if you've played Minecraft and you're watching this, you probably have done this a million times, but first off we need to get resources, we need to get some tools to get us started. Oh man, that grass is so loud. I'm just going to turn that down slightly more. Seems a bit better. Right, so on this I can get a world map, and at the bottom there, I'm not sure how small that writing is for you, but you can it actually tells you like we've got a desert here, we've got a plains region which I'm in just now, there's a river here, savannah, etc. Basically what I'm looking for to start off with is not land, it's not a house, it's basically an oil, it's basically an oil field. Again, you're probably going to be thinking, an oil field in Minecraft, and that just proves what I'm saying. Like, this is just totally different from your standard Minecraft. And oil is a great and well needed resource that I'm going to need to start off with, because that eventually There's a bonus chest up there. Never even seen that. That's ideal. Which goes along with the channel name, which is called Less Than Ideal. So what happens, so the reason for the name is because I find myself in real life engineering and also even in day-to-day stuff, when something completely wrong happens, I find myself saying, well, that is less than ideal. So I thought it was pretty fitting. So judging by this map, I can see that this starts going off into savannah, savannah plains, desert, desert. So I'll probably better heading north because I want to stay in the savannah. Also, if I come across any sheep along the way, I will need wool for my bed because I'm in survival. So I will need to eat, I will need to sleep. And there's also different mobs and mods in this as well. And the amount of times I've died in my previous world is just unbelievable. So I think I'm just going to go against what I said in the start, and I will just try and see if I can get, you know, some wood, which oak wood is my preferred wood. Also I want to try and get sheep for a bed and just set up a very, you know, simple base. Going on to the whole quality check, quality test mention, is that, as you can tell, I'm Scottish. Now, it's going to be very hard for me to know not do Scottish slang and say certain words and stuff, so please bear with me. Again, if you've got any advice on that, just please let me know in the comments. I would really do appreciate it. And to appreciate it even more, and to appreciate things a bit more, please hit that subscribe button, because that'll mean that you do enjoy what you see and you want to see more, and there's no better way of showing your support than subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be even a bigger supporter, you can click that notification bell. There's something I will mention, is when I was a kid, you know, watching YouTube and that sort of stuff that everyone usually has nowadays, is that the subscribe is free. You don't need to pay for a thing. And I've got an axe here, and that's a swoop. A scoop, sorry. Yeah, when I was a kid and I seen anything that said subscribe, I was like, no way am I doing that, I'm going to lose all my 10 pin that I've got in my account. But yeah, YouTube's totally free, and the notification bell next to it basically just means that if you want to see my video as soon as it's out, then you'll get a notification. So that shows the most support to me, and again, more support's commenting down below. I really do appreciate it. So again, as I'm travelling along, there's beehives. I did see a big bee flying about. This is the bee mod, you can see there. If I go and touch that, they will start to sting me and kill me, but this is what a scoop's for, and you scoop all the bees and sometimes honeycomb out of the hive. But in this series, I'm not really going to be needing that, but if I'm going to be making something with honey, then I will. And I've hit a decent sand village already, which is more than ideal. And I think what I may do is I might just keep this as my base, and the reason why is, one, there's already buildings set up here, so I literally just need a bed, which I've got wood, I've got my wool, which is perfect. I've also got, you know, hold dirt and water for crops so I can eat. There's also villagers that I can trade with. Obviously later on, I mean, he's after 17 coal for an emerald, which is not too bad. The only negative thing is I'm going to have to listen to this stupid noise that they make the whole time, but that's a sacrifice for living in a village. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check all these, because some do have chests. You can do bounties here. I'm just going to take... I'm going to be staying here, so I'll just leave that with me. So they do have chests kicking about. Oh, I'm hungry already. See, I've only ran that amount. I've hit 3 chickens, is that it? I'm not sure. Anyway, I've hit 3 bars and I'm hungry already, so that just goes to show how much I'm actually going to have to need. Some more chests. So, to prevent me using 4 wood, I will take this crafting table. And I'll also take these as well, because paper, sugarcane makes paper, and leather, I believe, makes books. And here we have just books given to us, so that might come helpful in the future for an enchantment table or something like that. So just grab everything we can just now. He's not going to miss it. Ah, ideal. So here we have an oil fountain, I'll call it. This is the one you actually want. You do usually just get puddles like this randomly, but this goes all the way down to bedrock, which is a really good supply. And as I can see, if I step up here, that's a sand or desert temple, I should say, and that has great loot in it. However, I do need to be careful. If you've never been in one, I'll show you exactly why, because I have died to this in the past and I really was not happy. So just do some more checking around here. Got ourselves some is it railcraft stuff? I'm just going to grab a bit, I don't need that. Just grab some sand so I can get up. And we don't need any of this just now. Rolling machine, I've never used one of those. Got some mossy cobblestone bricks, which are quite rare, they're quite hard to get. But what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to need to make some stuff. So what's the biggest room here? To be honest, it might actually be this sort of rail room. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this as my sort of main place. So get the crafting table down. Sure, we've got 2 oak chest, treetop chest. So I don't think these will go together. Oh, they do. Perfect. So I'm just going to chuck all my junk in here. Lead pet, I've never seen that before. I'm just going to chuck all this in here, stuff that I'm not going to need straight away. I do need a bit of food. Books. Stone pickaxe, perfect. I didn't even realise I had that. Scoop don't need. Pears food, keep that as food. Books. Keep the wood, sand, whatever. Right, so I'm going to use this and use it for some cobblestone, because I'm not going to use wooden pickaxes and stuff to start off with. That's just a bit of a pain. So we'll just head over to this temple and see what we have there, and I'll show you exactly why you need to be careful. So one thing as well I need you to bear with me is if I do seem to go off topic slightly. This is a first brand new thing to me, is talking to myself into my computer. So if I do go off track, I do apologise, and hopefully as I'm, you know, not rushing into things and taking my time with this world, I will remember certain things. So I'm not sure if this is, it's oil that comes out of that. I can't remember what I see. So it's just a small amount of oil. And what is it I get out of this? Butamine. So, as you've noticed on the side here, I should have mentioned this when it first came up, but this is everything you can actually get in this mod pack. It's just absolutely endless. I will go into this a bit further when I do start to craft stuff and make stuff, but my first goal is to, you know, that's night already, I've already had to eat, so I will quickly just try and get into this temple here and see if we can get anything. So I can't remember if that is that orange cave crystal. That's a word I cannot pronounce and do not want to try. So I'm going to fall down here because, oh no, this is bad. Right, I'm going to go this way. Should have made a sword for this, but nearly there. Right, so underneath here there's 4 chests full of loot. If you knock this one or any of these, you just fall straight down. There's a pressure plate, and underneath that pressure plate is lots of TNT, and you die and lose everything. So what I've learned to do is just make stairs down into the main area, which you can see here. I'm going to be using shift for this. If you didn't know, shift makes you be able to hover over things and not completely fall down. So I then go around the side. I will get some torches up in here because I can barely see, so if I can barely see, neither will you. So the first sort of things on my agenda is to get a room set up with the things I'm going to need, like crafting tables and chests, also a bed to sleep in. I've got basically a small farmer in me, being in a village, which is more than ideal. I should have called my name that because I seem to have struck quite a bit of luck with this seed already. So when you're down here, pressure plate, just destroy it, and there we have it. We've got some free loot. So we'll try this one. Got an enchanted book already, perfect. I don't need any of this sand. I'm surrounded by sand anyway, so I'll leave that. Rotten flesh. I've got a full chest pretty much, basically on my other world. Golden apple, perfect. Red rune. I can't remember what that's for, but I'm sure we'll look into it. Will I take these chests? Nah, I don't really need them. Some gunpowder. Yeah, you do need rotten flesh for certain things to make in the future, so I will take them. Bees, again, don't really need them just now, but since they're here, given to us for free, we will take them. I was hoping for diamonds, that would have been amazing, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm not sure what ash can be used for, but again, I'm just going to take it anyway, along with all this. Emeralds, perfect, because we can also buy things from the villagers. A wee bit of armour. I think this is a great start. Right, so now that's night. Again, I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but above my compass at the top right, it tells you the time. I can hear things outside already. Oh no. May as well just go out the way I came in, I suppose. So yeah, it will tell me the time, it'll tell me if it's night or not, and it also tracks exactly where I've came from. As you can see, whenever I've walked, this has like a tracking device, so it shows you where you've been. And I do have death points turned off because, like I said before, I have died a lot. I probably will die a lot, that's why I'm not in hardcore. And you do get these just sort of random people that'll come up and fight you. It's just a mod incorporated into the pack, I think. So to be safe, I'm just going to head back, get an actual proper base going. Can't believe there's an oil spout right there, that's perfect. Right next to it on the map. Oh, forgot I put a step there. Knew that was going to happen at some point, and I'm just about dead. Perfect. So I'm going to lock myself in one of these buildings. Just like these guys. Bear with me. Let's not have to deal with these guys' noises too much. I'm sure I had my bread. Did I eat all that? Hopefully get back before that. That is the worst mob in this game, is those little tiny mobs. I'm going to have to patch this up as quick as I can. I'm just going to use bread just now. That'll do. Get a quick bed made together. And get out of the night. And that's it, first night done. Now, because I do have somewhat of Oh, there's a chest in here, I didn't even realise. If you've spied that when I first came in here and I've not opened it, I do apologise. I'm just going to leave that in there. Some of my rubbish. Well, it's not even rubbish to be honest with you, it's actually pretty decent loot, so... all the stuff I don't need, saddles, gunpowder... Engineer's overalls, how fitting. If you notice, my guy is actually Bob the Builder. I've used that since the start of my previous world. Thought that was pretty fitting as well. The door, I'm actually going to use that. And also, judging by how long that took me, I really can't be bothered doing that, so I will make some is it a pressure plate so I can get in and out easier. Hopefully I can boot this guy out, because the last thing I want to listen to that is that noise that they make that whole time. Don't need this. Sugarcane. I'm just going to dump in everything in here apart from sources of food and raw materials. I've almost filled this already, and I've not even been doing this long, which is good. Right, so I'm going to go back to the plains where I can do some mining and get some basic raw materials. On the way we'll just collect things like these little things here, demolish them, get some sticks. Didn't get one for that, perfect. And just like sugarcane and stuff, because sugarcane makes sugar, and also it can be used for other things as well, so it's just good to get a batch of these to start off with, because then I won't have to worry about it later on. So as I'm just travelling here, I'm just going to talk a bit more about my actual plans and ideas that I've got in my head, just so it gives you something to be a bit more motivated about when it actually comes to the next episode. So basically, like I said very briefly, I do apologise for taking a bit of time to, explain myself. And again, I've got lost in the basic start and the adventure of this world, so I do apologise. I was hoping for a sort of mountain that I could just dig easily to get some cobblestone, but I guess I'll just... oh, there's another oil part there, fountain that I call them. So again, if I look on here, if I zoom in, you can see I am... it's actually, where am I? Usually I've got a little icon, but I can't really see it. This is a floating slime sort of island, if you like. There's two of them, so that's useful for slime stuff. Black here, there's the oil, there's the village, and there's oil as well. So I've got two sources of oil already, which is perfect. And I did want water supply, which I know you can get an infinite water supply by doing a 4x4, but it's nice to have a little river, a bit of scenery and stuff. So what I'm thinking is I will build the factory to start off with here in a basic base, because I don't want to have to go to and from. I've managed to spawn, get 2 bonus chests, villages, I've got oil. This is just perfect for exactly what I'm wanting to do, which is build a factory for each thing that I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to click down, screw it. So start off with a factory, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet, but just let's call it the bakery factory. So that'll be like some bread and donuts and stuff, and then that factory will have its own quarry for certain things. Next, that quarry will then go into a supermarket, so I'll have to make a ginormous area for the supermarket. What's this? It's copper, I think. Yeah, it is. Bottom right, it tells me exactly what I've got, and also on the top there, whatever I look at, stone, dirt, copper, it'll tell me what I have, which is very helpful. I think that's aluminium, yes, so I'll get that as well. So basically I'm going to have an automated quarry, which then feeds into a factory, which then will make different quantities of stuff. So there's my pickaxe broke already, but I've just managed to get enough stuff to make more. It's just so I'm not going back, I will just do it here for the sake of it. I will get another pickaxe. So 1 stick left, so I'll make a sword. More sticks, and make spade. So yeah, and then the factories will then feed into the supermarket. And that's my sort of current idea just now, that's my current plan, but you'll need to bear with me as to how episodes that is going to take, because it's honestly, you need to make this thing, to make that thing, to make 2 of these things, but before you need those 2 things, you need these 4 things. And it is very tedious and it does take a while, but you know, I'm making these videos so that, you know, it's a bit of a tutorial as well, because I find that, is that coal? Perfect. I have found it in the past that I've watched and read forums, and there is, you know, Minecraft Tech-It and Classic Pat Wiki and even Discord channels now to ask people stuff, and a lot of it I've had to, you know, learn myself, and that might be because it is already very simple. I'll just stick a torch up here, make it better to see. Yeah, so there is a lot of things that I've had to, you know, learn myself, and if you're watching this and you're doing your own tech and stuff, look how patient I am with this stone pickaxe. Keep waiting until the very last second. So yeah, it's going to be a learning curve, it's going to be a bit of knowledge for myself, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get that with a stone pickaxe, no way. So yeah, getting pretty good stuff just now, and I'm just going to get the best resources I can, to get the best tools I can, to then mine a bit further, and I'm basically only mining to start doing my quarry stuff, which yes, I do need diamonds for, so that could take, you know, an episode to get, it could take 10 episodes. I'm not going to spawn things in, I'm not going to cheat, this is just completely a legit world, and I want to do it right, and it's nice to also look back on and just, you know, think to yourself that you've done it legit. It's an accomplishment. I can see what level I'm at, so I'm 53, 52. I swear on my previous world I went down to bedrock and then went up 1 level and just mined straight in columns, and then that was where I'd found my diamonds and where I'd find them the most, so that's what I'm going to try again on this. Have I got a bit of coal? Oh yes I do, so make some more sticks and make some more torches, just because I don't want to be mining in the dark. Again, I can see quite well, but I'm not sure how well it shows on the recording. Again, please bear with me, this is my first time doing this. So yeah, just if I'm doing something wrong, you know, just say in the comments, you know, oh James, because my full name's James Robertson, hence the Robertson Inc. on my previous world. Just so you know, James, when you're mining we can't see anything, so please use torches, and I'll keep that in mind for my next episode. So, since that's broken, I'm going to head out of here, and you know, I'm running out of food again, so I do have to eat quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is, I know there's a beehive next here, which is actually lit up if you can't really tell here, but I usually just leave 2 torches just outside of an area of mine, just so I know where I've came from. So I'm going to head back to the village because that's the sun going down. Oh god, I didn't even realise there was pumpkins here. Again, that's me missed the chest in the little room that I've made, and I've also missed pumpkins, so again, if you do notice anything I've missed in any video, please just let me know the time and what video it is, and hopefully I'll catch what you've spied and I haven't. I usually use pumpkins for, you know, decorative stuff, but I know they can be good for making certain things, so again I'll show you an example of this. So I'll type in pumpkin James, and here's everything we can use for pumpkins, and I can hear a zombie, so I'm going to run, and I've not got much. Am I going in the right direction? So it's north, and I'm heading east. Perfect. Low on food. Oh no. Oh, pears actually put your health up quite good, quite fast. Didn't know that, that's quite good. If you notice on the health bar as well, it's got that yellow sort of silhouette around it. That's because although you have hunger, and it tells you when you need to eat, this is also for like it adds extra time for you to get hungry, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't make an axe. I know this is seeming pretty boring to watch, but this is literally what everyone has to do at the start of Minecraft, is just to get the necessities, get a base going, get a bed, make a safe. If that skeleton went into it, no. Sorry if I'm going quiet, I'm just needing... No way. Well, I did sleep, so that's positive. So just to get... Oh. So that's just Minecraft for you. You can see exactly how things can progress. This is poisoned as well. Why is that pressure plate not working? Right, so that was south. Bit of a panic there, do apologise if I went a bit quiet. But the thing that's good in this mod pack is when stuff isn't scattered around everywhere and I have a 5-minute time limit, sorry. Oh, 2 skeletons here and this little bugger, man. Is it puts a tombstone down. So what I can do is just quickly destroy that, get my stuff, and go back to my base. Isn't ideal getting shot and losing health, but it's helped me get across the water. So just head back. The thing that I've noticed as well is if you do die, you do lose a crap load of levels. I recently died on my other world at level 57. Oh my god. Yeah, luckily he's walking so I can get this out. But again, I've just totally lost track of what I was saying. What I have noticed is when you're killing something, if you spam the click button, it takes it's like half the damage. Hopefully I can sleep. Oh, no way. It must be this thing. Do I have any food? Yes. I'm losing my mind a little bit here. It's been so long since I started another Minecraft world. I know this has been a bit scattery, I know I've lost track of what I was saying and what I was doing, so please, if there's anything that you can recommend to me in the next episode, I really would appreciate it, because I'm all about learning, I'm all about improving, I'm all about knowledge, and this is, like I said, the first time I've done this, so I do need to improve on things, I know that, so I do take constructive criticism. So, as I've now known, we need to eat quite a lot, we do take a lot of damage, so I need to get better armour, I need to get more utilities, broke a pickaxe already, that reminds me, I better make another one. And I was missing an axe as well. And I do have leftover cobblestone for a furnace. Chuck that there then just now. And is there anything I can cook? I don't think we can. But I'm just going to eat this because I need my health bar, hunger bar, sorry, to go at the end. And then get some hearts back, because that heartbeat is quite annoying. I don't really want to smelt stuff just now because I feel like that would be a bit of waste of coal. Now, what I figured out at the start of my previous world, and I will refer that to quite a lot because that's where I'd have learnt in it everything that I know. Coal was actually harder to find than diamonds in certain situations, which sounds pretty mental, but that was the case. So I'm going to try and limit myself on coal because that gets the quarries started. That's the fuel for the quarries. Is there anything in here that I can smelt to make myself food? Again, you're probably all staring right at something like, yes, James, cook that. But I do know there was sheep, etc. around me, so I will just nip out, see what's back at the plains area for some food. And I'm an idiot because there's food right next to me. Oh, how annoying. Potatoes. that is the perfect source of food. So I'm going to leave that here. So there we go, I've got 8 potatoes, which I can then use for with a coal and get a baked potato, and then that sorts my hunger out even better. I've really no use for wheat just now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take them and put 4 down, and then do I have any more actually? And this carrots. Again, carrots are pretty good, but if I hover over here, this gives me half a health, or half a hunger bar, sorry. And if I cook them, I do get a bit more. So I'm just going to destroy all these. This is the one section for potatoes right next to my base. And here we have a supply of potatoes, so if I go and cook these, get some of that health back up, because I don't want to be, deep away down a mine shaft and then, suddenly I've got no food and I'm hungry. I could spawn some chickens and get eggs, but that's just a bit of a task when I've literally just made a potato farm right next to my base. So there's me filled a double chest already in the first episode, which is amazing. So 2 baked potatoes, get some XP as well, which is ideal. I think, so it was half, was it half? Oh, so that gives me 1 full chicken and more hunger bars as well, get that health back up. Right, so that was a bit all over the place, I do apologise. I have went off track quite a bit with what I'm saying and what I'm doing. However, we have found a village which is a perfect starting base right next to plains, which is next to a farm, so I can get food. I've created a small mine shaft already. I've got some stone utilities, which that allows me to get iron, for example, to make better utilities and also armour. So in my opinion, that was an absolute excellent start. I've even got my oil fountain as well, which is honestly way more than ideal, so that goes completely against the channel name. However, I'm really looking forward to the next episode already. I swear by it. If you do have anything to say, any advice, just put in the comments below and I will get back to you. Because again, I do need some support and knowledge and areas of improvement, as this is my first time doing this. So if you like what you see, give the video a like, let me know what you think in the comments. Please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, that is the best way to show me your support. And yeah, wish you all the best, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.